Joining us now is Texas Congressman Troy Nehls. He was with the former president in court today. Congressman, thanks for being with us. I'd like to start by asking you how you wound up in New York City for today's proceedings and what that overall experience was like for you.
Well, Rick, thanks for having me. It was an opportunity for me, and there were other members and others from around the country that were there to show support to Donald Trump. Obviously, it's been 5 weeks. This is a sham trial. We have a compromised judge. And what Mr. Smith just said was just perfect. This judge is doing everything they can to not allow individuals that are there for the defense, for Donald Trump, to speak in front of the jury. So we were there to show support to President Trump. I tell you, the few moments that we had with him, he was in good spirits. You could see he's frustrated, obviously, that he has to listen to this each and every day and what this judge is doing in the ruling. But overall, I think he's in good spirits. I really, really do, because we have truth on our side. We have truth on our side here.
But there still has to be some nerves there for the former president. I mean, he is on trial. And if this jury, for some reason, were to rule against him, I mean, it could completely derail his campaign.
Yeah, what I looked at the jury. I saw several of them, this and that. I'm thinking there's got to be one or two logical people there. It only takes one. You only need one to hung this jury here. And I think there's got to be somebody reasonable that will look at this for what it truly is. There is no crime. There is no crime, and everybody knows it. And I thought last week, with having Michael Cohen up there, the convicted liar, now the guy that said he took, admitted in court, with Todd Blanche, Donald Trump's attorney, questioning him, and admit to taking $50,000. I mean, if that didn't perk up the ears on those individuals in that jury box, then what would? So I just think there's got to be one or two people there.
And that's all you really need, right? Judge Merchan told the jurors not to research the case, which is what judges usually tell juries. But what about the rest of what he told them ahead of next week's closing arguments? Anything stand out for you?
Well, when the judge gives his orders and he says, okay, we're done for the day, we're going to adjourn for the day, but I don't want you to do this. Don't look at social media. Don't go to Google. Don't talk to each other. Don't go talk to your neighbor's cat. I mean, it's going to be hard for these individuals not to go home and not see something on social media as it relates to this trial. So they're going to come back next week. They're probably Tuesday and Wednesday. They'll go through the closing arguments per se, and then the judge's instructions, and we'll see what happens. They'll go into their deliberations. But I just think that the president and his team, they've done a great job exposing Alvin Bragg's star witness. We all know who it is. It's Michael Cohen, the convicted liar, and now a guy that should be charged with stealing $50,000 from Trump. But obviously the statute of limitations is way past, so you can't do that now. So we've got problems. They've got problems up there in New York City.
No kidding. You stole my next question, by the way. Cohen admitting to jurors that he stole money from Trump's company. Legal experts tell the New York Post that Cohen could have been sentenced for up to 15 years if he'd been charged and convicted of stealing that 60 grand. And as you mentioned, he is the so-called star witness. It just seems like this case really didn't amount to much.
Hey, kind of like Hunter Biden with some of the earlier taxes, right? Just let it all expire. Let the statute of limitations expire, and then we can't go after the corrupt son of Joe Biden. So this doesn't surprise me with this corrupt DOJ and Alvin Bragg. We've got problems with Alvin Bragg. We do.
All right. Well, Congressman Nehls, we appreciate you being our eyes and ears inside the courtroom today. We're glad that you enjoyed the experience. It's good to hear that the president's hanging tough. We appreciate you joining us here on the Leventhal Report. Thanks again.
Thank you. God bless.